Using synonyms and antonyms. Using synonyms and antonyms is an important strategy for improving English vocabulary and writing skills. Understanding this helps learners express ideas more clearly, avoid repetition, and communicate more effectively. What are synonyms? Synonyms are words that have similar meanings. For example, happy, joyful, cheerful, clear, big, large, huge, enormous. Using synonyms allows you to make your writing or speech more varied. Instead of repeating the same word multiple times, you can choose another word with the same meaning to make your sentence more interesting. Other synonyms are words that have opposite meanings. For example, one is hard, the opposite of that is cold, success, failure, fast, slow. Knowing antonyms helps you understand contracts and describe situations clearly. They are useful for comparison, explanation, emphasizing points. How to practice synonyms and antonyms. Words list. Keep notebook of new words with their synonyms and antonyms. Use in sentences. Practice writing sentences using different synonyms and antonyms. Context clues. Read text carefully to understand how synonyms and antonyms are used in context. Games and quizzes. Engage in activities like matching words, finding opposites, or replacing words with synonyms. Benefits: improves vocabulary range, enhances reading comprehension, makes speaking and writing more fluent and expressive, help understanding the subtle difference between words. In conclusion, using synonyms and antonyms is a powerful way to enrich your English. By practicing regularly, learners can expand their vocabulary, communicate more effectively, and make their language more lively and precise. Idioms and common expressions. Idioms and common expressions are phrases in English whose meanings are different from literal meaning of the words. Learning them is very important because native speakers use idioms often in everyday conversation, writing, movies, and media. Understanding idioms helps learners sound more natural and understand English more easily. What are idioms? Are phrases where the meaning cannot be guessed just by looking at the individual words. For example, break the ice to start a conversation in a friendly way. Piece of cake, something very easy. Spill the beans, reveal a secret. Common expressions. Common expressions are phrases used to regularly in conversation. They may and may not be items, but they are useful for communication. For example, how is it going? Asking how someone is. I'm feeling under the weather, feeling sick. Let's call it a day. Stop working for a day. While learning items and expressions make your English more natural and fluent, helps you understand movies, songs, and conversations, improve your speaking and writing style, help you communicate ideas effectively. Tips for learning items and expressions: read and listen. Pay attention to items in books, articles, and videos. Practice speaking. Use new items in sentences or conversations. Learn in context. Remember items along with example sentences, not an isolated words. Make flashcards. Write the items on one side and the meaning on the other side. In conclusion, learning items and common expression is an essential part of mastering English. They enhance understanding, making speech natural, and making your English more interesting and expressive. Phrase verbs made easy. Phrasal verbs are important part in English because they are used frequently in everyday conversation, writing, and media. A phrasal verb is a combination of a verb and a preposition or adverb, and together they create a new meaning that is often different from the original verb. Example of common phrasal verbs: look after, take care of. She looks after her younger brother. Give up. Stop doing something he gave up smoking last year. Run into, meet unexpectedly. I ran into my friend at the market. Take off. Leave the ground for places. Remove for clothes. The plane took off at 7 a.m. Please take off your shoes. Why phrasal verbs are important. Native speakers use them all the time. They make your English sound natural and fluent. Understanding them helps in listening, reading, speaking, and writing. Tips to learn phrasal verbs easily: learn in context, memorize the phrasal verb along with sentence. Example: turn on the light. Don't just learn turn on. Group by verb. Many phrasal verbs use the same verb. Get up, get along, get over, get back. Practice daily. Use 3 to 5 phrasal verbs each day in your writing or speaking. Watch and listen. Notice phrasal verbs in movies, shows, and conversation. Benefits: make communication more natural, help understand real English, expand vocabulary and expression. Learning phrasal verbs doesn't have to be difficult. By practicing context grouping and verbs and using them in daily English, learners can speak and understand English more fluently. Word games and vocabulary challenges. Word games and vocabulary challenges are fun and effective ways to improve vocabulary, spelling, and thinking skills. Instead of just memorizing words from a list, this activity help learners use words actively, which strengthen memory and makes learning enjoyable. Types of words games: crossword puzzle, fill in the word based on clues, help learners practice spelling, meaning, and synonyms. Word search, find hidden words in a grid, improve word recognition and concentrate. Scramble or jumble words, unscramble letters to make correct words, build vocabulary and mental flexibility. Hangman, guess letters from form of a word, help with spelling and vocabulary. Recall matching games, match words with meaning, synonyms and antonyms, reinforces learning and word connection. Vocabulary challenges: daily word goals. Learn a set number of new words every day. Story challenges. Write a short story using new vocabulary words. Quiz challenges. Test yourself or friends of meaning, synonyms, and antonyms and usage. Benefit of word games and challenges: makes learning engaging and interactive, strengthens memory and recall of words, improves spelling and reading skills, encourages learners to use new vocabulary activity. Set aside 10 to 15 minutes daily for word games. Keep a vocabulary notebook to write down new words from the game. Try competing with friends or online to make it fun. Combine games with reading and listening for completing and learning. In conclusion, word games and vocabulary challenges are fun, interactive, and effective way to grow your English vocabulary. By practicing regularly, learners improve their language skills, memory, and confidence while enjoying the learning process. Yeah, why they enjoy the learning process. Daily English habits. Developing daily English habits is one of the most effective ways to improve your language skill. Just like exercising your body every day keeps it healthy, practicing English every day strengthens your reading, writing, listening, and speaking abilities. Key daily habits for learning English: read daily, read short stories, news articles, or blogs in English. Focus on your vocabulary. sentence structure and expression. Listen every day. Listen to English podcasts, songs, movies, or short videos. Try and notice pronunciation, intonation, and rhythm. Speaking regularly. Practice speaking with friends, teachers, or online partners. Repeat sentences from dialogue, songs, and videos to improve fluently. Write a little each day. Learn new words. Practice grammar and expressions. Review and reflect. Review and reflect.